roofers don't mess around. Day and a half, entire house. And I put a plug for the guy. A lot of action today and the next couple of days. So these guys showed up to drill the well, and they actually already drilled one for that house. I'll show you where it is. I had to take some trees down for them. So they're gonna be drilling this one tomorrow. There's one more over there where the tree is. So hoping I'm gonna get the discount. But I really like these guys. Rag Drilling, they don't mess around. They showed up around 9 o'clock and the well was done by 3 and they were moving the rig already. So we locked out on the well, 275 feet, 12 gallons a minute. Minimum is 5 gallons a minute, so we got more than enough. And you couldn't really get the rig, that's where the well was supposed to be. You had to move it over about 4 feet. But as long as we 100 feet from the septic system, we okay, and we actually like 130 feet from the septic system. So we good. So now I'm gonna have to address this tree and the stump. Tomorrow they come in, they're pouring the floor in there and they're pouring a basement at my house. I had an inspector for the floor because, believe it or not, they have to inspect that. And I don't know what his problem is, because he was only supposed to look at the plastic and the wire mesh, and he gave me crap that I want to pour my floor flush with the footings. He's saying I got to be 4 inches above the footing, and I told him that's not true. He goes, well, it's in the plan, and I'm like, well, plan shows 4 inches of concrete. You know, just because you drew it 4 inches above the footing don't mean it has to be there. Nope, blah, blah, blah. So I called the architect. Architect said exactly what I said. And I said, no problem. He's gonna send down a ladder so we can pour tomorrow. Now, front of the house is a mess right now. As you can tell, there was no wood here. Now there's a ton of wood, ton of brush. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, virtually 5 trees I had to drop because they were too close to septic system. So we dropped those. We stacked the logs over there for a friend of mine. He's gonna take him. Some of them gonna be firewood, but some of them they gonna make a nice lumber for his mill. And that over there is firewood for me. And I was gonna get a chipper, but I can't get a chipper till next week. So, and tomorrow they're bringing all the bank run over here. Let me show you on the other house. Alright, so this is a septic field for that house. And the plan calls, I don't really remember how many laterals, but calls for 30 inches of bank run. So basically this got dug out and we brought, well, he brought about, I think 400 tons of bank run, and that's where the actual laterals are gonna go. But we also need a clay barrier on the bottom. That's coming tomorrow. So essentially whatever's happening over here is happening tomorrow at my lot. The guy's gonna run the bigger machine and do that. and I'm not really gonna be around because it's my goddaughter's birthday, and I'm gonna spend some time with her since I'm closest to a living parent that she has. Now that the roofers are done, I'm gonna get my trailer out of there as well. Just gotta figure out where I'm gonna put it, because all that fill needs to come over here. The way it's gonna be set up is we'll go all the way to the top, 8 inches from my floor down. And I can do that because if you look at this, this is where my plywood is, this is where my floor is, this is where the concrete. So I actually, when we poured the house, I told the guy to give me a shelf. So my TGIs are sitting 12 inches below this on a shelf. This way I don't have to worry. Otherwise I would have plywood up to here, and then I gotta build a step, and I don't want to do a step. I want the fill to be all the way here, and we're gonna do a patio. The reason we're gonna do that is this. I got lucky and bought 2 sets of European sliding doors that are really oversized. So I got an 8-foot set and a 10-foot set. So 8-foot set's gonna go here. So they're gonna be 8 foot tall and 8 foot wide. So this is like kind of breakfast nook. So I wanna have these nice, beautiful views. And you wanna go up on the patio to drink your coffee. I hate steps, so there's gonna be no steps. Similarly, there's my basement. Similarly, the front was supposed to be it's gonna be same idea. Once the septic fields are in, we're gonna bring this up here. I have a 12-foot porch over here, and I gotta straighten up that column. I got 12-foot porch over here with a little roof. So same thing, I want to be only a couple of steps down. But look at that. That's a nice view. Should probably run the camera when I was cutting all the trees, because that one over there was a mighty oak. Kind of felt bad taking it down. Alright, so you see I dropped this about 4 inches. So I want the floor to be flush with this, maybe an inch higher, because I think they pour these same level as the footing, so maybe an inch higher. And the reason for that is we did almost 8.5-foot basement, so you know, plus 3 plates. So once the floor is up, I want to have you know, almost 8-foot ceilings even underneath the beam. Okay, so right now, if I remember correctly, those columns were like 91 inches, something like that. So the whole idea is once the ductwork is gonna go along the side and maybe some pipes. So if somebody wants to finish the basement, you box it out, you're still way over 7 feet underneath the beam, so it doesn't feel like a crowded basement. And a couple of inches makes a big difference. That's one of the reasons why I put a window over here, because now that can serve as an egress, and you can even bring the stuff in. The way the lot was laid out, I couldn't really put a walkout basement, and I didn't want to deal with the Bilco doors. Yeah, roof's on. Last minute I remembered that I need a boot, so I ran out, got the boot for the vent, for the plumbing. So I cut the hole and put it in, so I have to climb the roof afterwards. So this should be, at least now we're gonna be watertight. And on Thursday, windows are coming, so we should be all closed in, And I got a siding coming next week. A little muddy because on top of everything it rained today in the morning. They said light rain. It was rain all the way till lunch, and there was nothing light about that rain. So there you have it, moving right along. I'll see you on the next one.